When it comes to fitness, I have a dream, and that is to express bodily freedom, to have full control over my body and my mind alongside it, so that I'm able to be the king of all trades, have strength in many different areas. I've realized that one of the best ways to be able to do that is to train calisthenics. And so, right here, I'm warming up on the gymnastic rings. I'm doing what's called a support hold, which is where you're at the top, you twist your arms out, and then I thought I'd warm up my dips as well, going nice and deep. And the thing with the rings is they require a lot more stability because when I used to go to the gym beforehand, I did some of the basics when it came to calisthenics. I did some of the dips, I did some of the pull ups, but I used to struggle a lot when I first got on the rings because they have that stability component. So when you get on the rings for the first time, you start shaking about like crazy. But over time, you're able to build up that strength. Now I've had the rings for about 7 or 8 months. I've been able to develop a lot more strength. This right here that you're seeing is the L sit on top of the rings. And this requires a ton of stability. I've still got work to do on it, but it's something that I couldn't do in the past. And now I'm doing weighted dips, weighted ring dips where you twist at the top and you go deep enough, getting that perfect form, perfect range of motion. And I want to have this strength in many different areas. I want to be able to have the powerlifting strength, 160 kg bench, 240 kg squat, 320 kg deadlift. Those are my lifetime goals. I want to have the abilities of a gymnast because if you've seen actual gymnasts, right? Olympic level gymnasts, they're always jacked, right? They're crazy jacked, more jacked than you'd expect people to be in that sport, and way more than many other sports too, right? I think they have some of the best, most aesthetic physiques, and they have huge biceps. And one of the reasons for that is because of all the straight arm training on the rings and many other things. So I did that set of weighted ring dips, and now I'm doing what I like to call the bat hold. It's also called the inverted hang. And this is a lot of fun, bro, where you hang upside down from the rings. I'm doing a few of these pulls as well. I think they call like inverted deadlifts or something. But I just like to call them like bat hold pull-ups because I'm hanging like a bat. But man, you feel the blood rush to your head. It's hard to stabilize, but this is a lot of fun, man. And if you have some basic core strength, if you have some basics in other areas as well when it comes to your forearm strength, a little bit of back strength, then you're able to hold this position and it is a lot of fun. And the thing with rings is it really does give you that freedom because rings can move in so many different directions. And that I feel like is one of the best expressions of that bodily freedom. And the proper gymnasts, you see them do crazy, crazy stuff, bro. Like the iron cross and the Maltese and like V-sits and all the planche and all of these different moves that have got all of these different names, right? They've got crazy, crazy strength, bro. But these are only the beginnings, and as much as I want to get to that point in the future, right now I can't be doing those skills, man. I got to get the basics down. So I'm getting the dips down first with my body weight, but now that I've done that, I'm transitioning to weighted ring dips, right? Because that's something that I'm able to do. I was able to do weighted dips on the bars beforehand, and now I'm just trying to get the form perfect with these, doing the turnout at the top, making sure that I keep my elbows tucked in, making sure that I hit at least parallel, trying to get everything on point with this because when you have the technique on point, not only will you save yourself from injury and a lot of other problems, but it just gives you that confidence and security knowing that you've done this properly. So now you are seeing me remove the pump cover, the hoodie. Even though it's not the winter training arc anymore, it's still been kind of cold, like it's going in and out a bit. But the hoodie lets me warm up, it lets me feel nice and warm, it lets the sweat come out a little bit. There's a lot of benefits of that too when it comes to getting rid of toxins from the body and all sorts of stuff. So I like that. I like to get warm, I like to feel fluid and make sure that things are feeling good. And now you can see I'm doing this support hold, but I'm lengthening out my arms as well. So I'm a bit wider than the support hold by itself. This is to work towards the iron cross, and the iron cross is when you're on the rings, but your arms are fully extended to the sides, like you're Jesus or something. You got like the T shape. So that's something that I want to get in the future because it looks so majestic. It's so cool to be able to do that, do all of that, right? So that's something that I definitely want to do in the future. I'm working on this too. I'm doing progressions towards it. It's an advanced skill to get down, but I reckon within a year or two, it's definitely something that I could get towards. And now after having done that, I thought I'd go back down to doing the weighted dips, but instead of 20 kg, I've got a 10 kg plate on now, and I go into it. With this set, the idea was to do go nice and deep and get nice long pauses in that bottom stretch position. And with dips, when you're on the rings, it's a lot more comfortable on the joints because you can twist that angle. So I used to get shoulder pain with dips in the past, and I was able to get rid of that because I was able to warm it up properly. But with the rings, I can go straight into the dips and I have absolutely no problem because firstly, my shoulders are a lot stronger now, but second, the rings just give you that freedom of being able to control everything. And by far, they are the best form of working out, man. I can't believe just how much I was missing out on before I got the rings. Only like £20, like $25. There's so much you can do with them. You can set them above you, you can set them below you, you can set them at like chest height. And that's what I'm doing right now. And bro, they're so good. What you see me do right here is a progression towards the iron cross, but also it's a lot of fun to do, which is the archer dip, which is where you straighten out one arm at the bottom position, then you bring it back in, and then you do the dip as well. So that's something that I'm working on. It's cool to do, but right now I gotta stick to low reps because otherwise my elbow starts flaring up a bit. So I'm just trying to work on that. And here I'm doing the L sit again. I'm giving it another go. This is something that I really enjoy doing. It feels really nice to do. It's difficult, right? You need a lot of core stability because just to hold yourself on the rings, you need a lot of stability already. But to put it into an L sit, like man, I gotta focus in for this. I gotta make sure to not do things too quickly, otherwise I lose that stability. Gotta make sure to keep the control. But as long as I'm able to do that, things are good. Things are running smoothly. And this whole workout as well is fully fasted, right? Like I've not eaten or had anything. I'm just going through this whole workout and I'm still able to make it all happen. Like you don't need to have food beforehand necessarily to have a sick workout. I do most of my workouts faster now anyway because I just feel fresh mentally, physically. Now what I'm doing is something that helps me with my stability, but also with my one arm push up because I haven't got the one arm push up down yet. I can only do like an ugly, maybe like quarter rep at the moment. So what I'm trying to do is work on my stability, which is this kind of push up where in one hand I have a ring and I balance it on this mat. And this mat is kind of slippery as well, so it's kind of hard to do this properly. But as long as I control things, as long as I keep a firm grip on the ring, I'm able to do all of that. So this is something that I'm working on. With one of the arms, you're going to lock out. With the other one, you're not going to fully lock out because obviously your arm's a bit higher up. And that means that you can't fully extend that. But as long as the other one is, it's all good. And with push-ups, I try to keep things as locked in as I can. And here, I thought I'd do some clapping push-ups because why not, man? And I'm already starting to fatigue the chest, but I thought I'd work on this explosive strength a bit. And they're just fun to do, right? When you're clapping like that and enjoying all of that. So that's definitely something good. Now, I'm trying to get the handstand, right? And something that helps a lot with the handstand is working on your shoulder strength. So these are Pike push-ups and they look a bit whack if you've not seen them before, but these are properly good, man. They help with the shoulder strength a lot and they might look pretty chilled, but they're not pretty chilled. They are humbling. They're difficult to do. And I'm also trying to work on my finger strength too, and at the same time, my one-arm push-up. So here, I have two fingers on one hand and one arm doing the push-ups. This way, I get the best of both worlds, bro. I increase my one-arm strength and my fingertip strength as well, because I want to have those strong fingers that are able to do things. So then I've got three fingers on one hand and the arm itself, one full hand, one full palm on the floor too. And man, this is painful, but as long as you can push through the pain and not get yourself injured, but be able to bear that pain, because there's a difference, right? There's a difference between the kind of pain that will cause injury and just the kind of like discomfort and pain that you feel from other things. So like, you can tolerate a lot of pain in the gym as long as you're not injuring something, as long as your form is fine. Like, going to the gym is somewhere where you should be able to tolerate that pain, because that suffering that you endure right now, that is going to reflect in the future as self-love to your future self, because it's going to give you that kind of life that you've always desired, right? By doing the hard things right now, that is how you get the success in the future. So what we've seen here is me doing the frog stand. I'm trying to work on my hand balancing as well, because like I said, I want to get better at the handstand. And after that, I thought I'd do as many push-ups that I'm able to. So I'm fully fatigued the chest now, but I'm trying to do as many push-ups as I can, fully fatiguing everything, making sure that I've not left anything in the tank, and making sure my triceps, my shoulders, my chest are finished, getting the tightest pump that I can, because not only is calisthenics to have that bodyweight mastery, it's also a great way to bodybuild. It's a great way to build muscle and stuff like that too. Everyone who's good at calisthenics, like properly good at calisthenics, none of them are like not muscular, right? All of them are pretty muscular. They all have a good foundation of muscle because you need it. So there I did 30 push-ups in a row, and now it was time to do some posing. And I've been looking all right, you know. The cut has been going well. At the moment, I'm cutting down a little bit. You might be saying, what to, bro? You're going to cut down to a twig. But the thing is, I've never been shredded before, and I want to see what it looks like. I've never been properly shredded. This is the closest I've been. Probably about 13-14% body fat here. I just want to see what it looks like on me, bro. And obviously, I'm going to do it safely. I'm not going to get to the point where I go so lean that I like completely tank my hormones and all of that, because health is the most important. But I will say that getting lean has been a cheat code. When it comes to calisthenics, stuff has been flying up. When it comes to the definition, like you can see, bro, like the definition is popping. When it comes to your facial appearance as well, and cardio, a lot of things just improve when you're able to improve your leanness and get leaner, as long as you're not getting too lean. And yes, my elbow was poking into the camera a little bit, but it's all good. The reason I do this flexing is to show my younger self just what he is capable of. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. If you want these results, my mentorship is down below. And as always, remember, bro, keep improving.